Welcome to Bigfoot
and the Bunny.
This is a couple's journey into the mysterious,
The unknown, and the paranormal.
I'm your host, Chris Carr.
And I'm your host, Kristen Johnson.
Together we are Bigfoot and the Bunny.
Right on. We have Bigfoot and the Bunny. Thank you guys for sticking around. I see there's some guys out there already. Thank you. And I know, thank you for helping us with our sound check. We've had this awful problem with our mics coming in the stream too hot. And they don't sound like it to us in our headphones, and the guest doesn't hear it. But we could play back the things and go, oh my God. So you may have noticed that on the last couple of shows. So we were trying to get rid of that. There's some other things we're trying to tune up.
Like my computer.
Like Kristen's computer, which is doing updates. Hello, Anne-Marie Young.
Hi, Ann.
Hello, Bob Burnell.
Hey, Bob.
How you doing? Thank you for sharing the link to this. I saw that this afternoon and really appreciate it. That's awesome stuff. Hey, Mort, what's going on?
Hi, Mort.
Christopher Ellis. Hello, greetings.
Greetings,
Earthling. I love The Martian.
Marvin the Martian. Oh,
Marvin
my God,
the Martian
I love it.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a blast pass right there.
Not going to say it. I love it.
And Barbara Woodbury Spare. How
Hi,
are
Barbara.
you? Hello.
Just give me a few minutes with the computer. It's firing up by itself.
Greg Costa's sound check chipmunks.
Really? Do we sound like chipmunks? Seriously?
Which one is Alvin? Anyways,
So be messed up if we did again.
right? If our sound does get awry or weird, please tell us in the chats and I'll try to tweak it. Hopefully you can hear everything okay. If there's any kind of imbalance, or made a lot of changes, kind of unfortunately at the last minute, while we were waiting for our super duper duper guest who's gonna join us in 1 second. You know who that is. We wanted to show you guys our
Poor paintings.
pour paintings from
Where's
Marilyn Bast,
Hi, y'all. Hi, Marilyn.
who is a psychic and a member of Horn Paranormal Research and our buddy. And we got to meet and hang out in Pickens, South Carolina at Brandon's Paracon, hunting at the mill in Pickens. And we had such a blast. We had a great time.
We did.
She poured these for us, and they're just freaking awesome. So we haven't found a permanent place yet.
I know where they're
We're
going.
going to rearrange a lot of stuff. We have an idea. I want you guys to see what we got. This is the real deal.
She poured that while she was watching us one night.
And you can see what appears to be a dragon, deer. And if you get really into the details, and it's hard to get on camera, there are actually like scales and everything on this. And there's so many other things. Right?
Butterflies. There's
Butterflies,
birds.
spirits.
Yes.
And that's part one of two. There are two. That's the second one she poured. So the first one was this one, which blows away. There's a bird, and you're going to see it right away, that just poured out right here. And you can see the beak, the eye, and there's this sort of cosmological factor going on in the head. It just looks like almost a constellation come to life. And of course, there are many other things that
There's dragons. You can see dragons. There's also butterflies in this one, flowers in this one as well. There's little entities. What do we say? Unicorn? It did look like a unicorn to me. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah, it is wicked good. Some great comments out here about it. And yeah. Anne Marie got one.
Yeah.
Well, and we got a bonus prize.
Yeah.
Which we really appreciate. And this one is really cool. And it's different colors. And there's actually another bird head in here. Yeah, at the top.
Yep.
And that's this guy.
She knows
Look,
what she's
sign
doing
in
because.
the back.
Yep.
Marilyn Bast.
Yep.
Marilyn, do you want to give us your website? Is it marilynbast.com? We'll put that out there. You guys take a look at that too. There is a lot going on there, and these are great. And you're going to see these behind us hanging up next week.
But there's a lot of correlation there. Yeah, between Chris and I, 'cause we both love the birds, and she had no idea.
Yeah.
Dragons. Chris has 4 dragons tattooed on
I
her.
literally do. I didn't even think that much of dragons. In fact, we talked about this last night. We think of Anne-Marie Young. We think of dragons because she loves dragons. And like, I got all these dragons tattooed on me for some reason over the years. I'm like, I don't have that many tattoos either. It's like the majority of them are dragons. So, yeah.
Wicked awesome.
Dragon right there. Dragon ass.
Dragon ass I'm doing today.
I got a few. So that's great stuff. And we're really excited.
Thank you again,
about that.
Marilyn.
Thank you again, Marilyn Bast.
She knows what she's
And,
doing.
put up your website, the best way to get hold of you. We'll talk about it. Marilyn is coming on the show.
Yes.
Coming month. She's going to be on Bigfoot and the Bunny on a Saturday. And we also have a Thursday with Dark Horse Paranormal, where we're going to have Horn Paranormal Research, including Marilyn and, of course, Kim and Scott.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be going over some of the data that we got from the SLS cam, from Kim's SLS cam that Scott put together. We have some really crazy footage we want to review with you guys. I think you're going to really enjoy.
It's crazy.
It is. It is so cool. Anyways, let me get to our guest here. He's waiting patiently for us. His name is Brandon Cooper, as I'm sure a lot of you know. He's been on our show before. He's a frequent flyer. Eventually, he will be up there and amongst the ranks of Nathaniel Gillis and Dr. Michael Lynch.
Yes.
Bigfoot and the Bunny. So we hope. We love talking to people and going deeper into subjects. And, it's not for lack of guests that we do that. It's more to get us and you guys, into this stuff, understanding where they're coming from and how they think. He is a shaman for Katie Stafford's team, who he is with right now, in fact, Supernatural Inc. He is ancestrally tied to the Eastern Band of Cherokee Nation and has received training from the late Dianne Little Sparrow on and around the reservation as a youth. He is 100% disabled combat Marine serving on a voluntary basis in 3 veteran service organizations, which is wonderful. Veterans Haven of Honor, as well as others. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to bring him on right now because I need to close some tabs. Sorry, Brandon. I can bring him on and talk about it. Hey, buddy.
What's happening?
Hey, I am sorry. What is? You work with some charitable organizations, and I kind of gaffed there. Can you let us know?
Oh, yeah. So I'm on the board of directors of Veterans Haven of Honor and the Semper Fi Barn. So yeah.
Semper Fi Barn. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Excellent. Mary Lynn, artbymarylyn.com. So you guys have that.
Hey, I'm getting a pour painting when I get home. It should have already arrived.
Aren't they badass?
Yes. Yes.
So cool. Like, how do you get, a bird?
Right. It's just
the dragon, the scales.
We had no idea that we were very much into birds and everything. And thank you, Anne-Marie Spam.
So, hey, I need to take a second. I saw a viewer. I think he's new to you guys, but he's not new to me. Christopher Ellis was out there. He and I served side by side in Iraq.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's my buddy. So
awesome. Big shout out to Christopher. That's awesome. We love that. All right, yeah, definitely a few more comments out there. Yep, and I don't know why we're getting these spam people trying to read, getting our chats. No readings. Don't take readings from people that jump in the chats. Take readings from people that have
I've got a reading for her. Get out.
Yeah, there you go.
Or him, whoever it may be.
Blessings to you, my child. I feel there's a wave coming about.
Wow.
Block.
Right, yeah.
See ya. I think we had 4 of them last Saturday.
DM me now for your reading.
Yeah,
Right?
me now.
Yeah.
Inbox me.
Right, exactly.
Listen to life.
No, not happening.
No, not going to have it. Not going to have it. Now, so this is your third trip. Maybe you've been on other times as well. I'm pretty sure. I know you popped up here, and again, we've done some panels, but this is your third one just on you. We talked about things like shamanistic tools. We talked about meaning of life stuff, but we really wanted to get back to healing. And
Okay.
I know I'll just start here. When I look into shamanism, I see a lot about soul retrieval and the soul itself. Can you enlighten us?
Well, that's a very good question. One of the shamans or medicine man's duty, and I would actually kind of like to at some point discuss the difference because I've had some questions, but is to help the soul travel, from this plane to the other. Well, you can reverse that. You can't bring people to life or anything like that, but sometimes a soul retrieval will be, at least for me, where somebody that has recently passed, the soul is still fresh and you can talk to them and get whatever information to their family to help the grieving process, which in turn helps them go to the next level. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
It does. It does. And do you think the soul fragments? I saw some note of that. I kind of like some of this theory about maybe the soul is not the one thing we think of it. Like, all right, there's a ghost, it's a soul, it's just all in one. Right? They go to the self, they go back to the earth, parts of the self that ascend.
Yeah, and and I'm a follower of that that type of teaching. Your soul, like, okay, it's whole in the body, right? Because it's in a container. But once it gets released from its container, it turns, the easiest way to put it is vaporous, and it will go wherever it is needed. If some of it needs to go into the land or a tree or whatever, some of it'll go there. Some of it will move forward with for the next realm or next plane. It'll just go like we're into the ether, as it were, but it doesn't disappear. It just goes where it's needed.
Excellent. Yeah, I find that fascinating. Now, we had such a good time hanging out with you, and you probably recognize the background.
Yes, I do. I like that. I like that little grayscale or whatever it is. It looks nice.
Yeah. That way nobody sued me for the picture.
Hey, don't worry about it. I work for the mill now too, so don't worry about it.
And it's
That's awesome.
Haygood Mill, and that's good news. They do all kinds of cool stuff there. Didn't you say?
Oh my God, this was so funny because
friend?
my mom's not on Facebook. She literally does not have any social media. She doesn't have internet. So there we go. No cell phone, anything. Dinosaur.
Right.
But her friends next door do. And her best friends. And her best friends saw where we were. And they saw our stuff. And my mom calls me and while we were there, and she goes, Glenn and Cheryl know exactly where you are because they're from South Carolina and they also have a house in Florida. They know exactly where you are. And they go there all the time for different bands and stuff. That I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's
sure 15 hours or, but yeah, I thought that was a really cool. It is a small world,
right?
Yeah, she's
right.
Like, they're like her best friends, and like we never knew.
And her mom lives in Florida, so
yeah.
She has friends up in that way.
South Carolina, a couple of them,
and they go there.
They go to Pickens.
We had no idea.
Mill. Yeah,
like wow, because you guys do other things. One of the people that came on the tour with us had gone there for what kind of lessons was it?
She does the
what do you call that with the ironworking?
Yeah,
ironworking lessons.
Oh, you're talking about KT?
No,
it was just somebody who came on the tour.
Scott? Yeah,
We're hosting that last cabin, and she was telling us that she came like every Tuesday or something to
take lessons for the I'm trying to think.
Metallurgy. What do you call that?
Oh, the blacksmithing.
Yeah,
blacksmithing. Thank you.
Thank you. That's the one. Yeah.
Kevin. That's Kevin Thompson. I want to give him a shout out. He's the in-house blacksmith, and I take classes from him all the time. And
really?
Yeah. He does a great job.
I think I saw a knife you had.
That's right. You had asked, "What do you think this is going to be?" Yes.
That was
cool. That was
a
Viking style knife. Yeah.
Whitney.
Whitney. Her name
It's
was Whitney.
She was with us.
And she was cool. And she had borrowed a supernatural ink box.
Yeah.
And we were up in the attic of the Burdine cabin, and we got some really crazy stuff. We did a show on it because it was weird. It was like somebody stuck in a vibration that was just outside of ours. You know, frequency just it was coming through.
It was a lower.
He couldn't really see us, but he knew we were there, and he just never stopped
kinds
talking.
Of bad things too.
Time. Yeah, and it was like everything negative about the person, which kind of goes back to that kind of free souls or whatever you want to call it, right? Thing that we talk about, or fragmented souls, where this must have been like the worst part of him, and he seemed to want to be released from this hell that I think was built up in his mind or something. Or at least
and that leads to angry spirits. I mean, if you've been trapped for, I don't know, let's say 100 years, and your own personal hell that you've made, you're going to be super angry, at yourself.
Absolutely.
And, then it's just going to come out, and then you're going to see somebody who could possibly help you out. And instead of being nice, all you've known is anger. So that's the only way that to get enough energy to come across.
Thank you, Mort, for letting us know.
Yeah, thank you. We are an ongoing process for any kind of noise. We have a noise gate that we're going to try to implement. We tried to implement it too quickly. And you're doing some production now with Sky Door Entertainment. Speaking of that, so you're probably familiar with what we're talking about. When we go live on the streams, we tend to get a little bit of noise in the script that just seems to come from we don't know where. And we're trying to get rid of it and gate it down. But we did some of that testing before the show. We won't show on it now. For the most part, at least our mics aren't too hot. I don't think they are.
I was laughing because I'm like, we're live. We're sitting here, and I didn't realize we were live. And thank you, Becky Evans, if you're out there, for helping Chris while I was in the shower. So.
Yep. So all is well, and we're marching on. But tell us a little bit about Skydor and what you're doing.
Okay, so we have Skydor Entertainment, which is where my show Shaman Sundays comes on. Now I am a producer of several shows. Mama T's Herbs, she has her show now. I produce hers. I produce Sacred Mountain Retreat Center. They have a show. And so that's a pretty fun but kind of heavy show sometimes. And there is a new show where Rex Nielsen and I kind of combine, and we're going to start calling it Trainwreck, because that's what it is.
I have a coffee mug that says Trainwreck.
Yes, he does.
It comes from a Canadian seed company.
It's perfect because we talk about anything and everything, and we cuss, we throw up the TVMA up there, and because we don't really get to relax. Like when we do paranormal shows, I try to be as professional as possible, but sometimes you just got to let loose. So we do it
like a balance, right? I mean, that's always been our thing. Like we try to have fun on the show, and we think it's better for the guests to feel like they can relax.
Sit back, relax.
Under this intense microscope. Although some of our questioning, sometimes we will get to like things that they maybe don't normally talk about, right? I mean, a lot of guests have like a worked out thing, and the host just releases the guest. They just let them go. All right, and they do their thing, and then there's no real questioning, and the show's over at the end. You know what I mean? We try to break that mold a little bit and just get, so they have some sort of experience, and it's something different for the listeners, And
that's why I enjoy coming on your show, because we don't discuss questions. Well, we did once. We discussed questions at a time, but the rest of the time, because I told you, I was like, just hit me with whatever you want to hit me with, and we got into some really deep, good discussions the last 2 times. So I like it.
Absolutely. And we will.
Just to let you know, Greg Haas said he's a shaman. And that's right.
Yeah.
You are Greg Haas's shaman. He's a friend.
I love Greg Haas. Hey, Greg.
Greg is the man.
Yeah.
Yep. We love Greg. We were just on his Metaphysical Crossing show this past week on Wednesday. And the sessions are just getting better and better on there. Hey, there's Katie Stafford. What's up, buddy?
He's driving.
Is he sitting next to you?
He's driving?
Yeah.
He's building me a new.
Right.
I need like 3 more.
Look at these driving skills this man has.
Oh, you got mad skills, dude.
Yeah, they said you got mad skills.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he says thank you. Thank you.
Technomancer.
Yeah,
I try.
yeah. He's used to Dave Schrader driving, but
Dave Street
anyway. Okay, back to.
How does Dave Schrader drive? Is he all right? With
Oh
driving?
well, there.
That's a long story.
Yes. Yeah.
It's for
a
another
joke.
podcast, Katie. Yeah.
Dave's a great driver. It's a joke.
Yes.
Stays on the road?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, that's good. That's good. We got to make sure our paranormal peeps are safe.
Yes.
This is true.
You guys are on the way to an investigation, right? That's why you're kind of mobile. back.
Yeah, yeah. I am. We are heading to. Where are we going? I forgot. Shoal Creek?
Shoal Creek Living History.
We're going to
Museum.
Shoal Creek Living History Museum here in the Kansas City.
Liberty.
Liberty,
Missouri.
Missouri.
The greater Kansas City area.
The greater Kansas City area.
That's fantastic.
It's like somebody.
Good
It's almost like somebody's feeding me lines. It's amazing.
right.
I
Hey,
like
you guys
this.
got an echo.
right.
Oh, we love that. Yeah. So, what's the story with the location? You want to tell us a little bit about that? Why do you think?
I'll be like, who that is?
You know, I have no idea. I've never been.
Okay.
Oh no!
So,
There it all went. Everything.
yeah, everything just fell out of the back of the
Right
car.
out the back.
Anyway, this
Oh
is ridiculous.
shit!
Okay. So I know that there are replicas of Humphrey's Mill there who founded Smithville, Missouri. There are period cabins that were moved to this area. So
Pickens.
yeah, so I mean, I'm curious to see what we come up with. I know KD and Katie go there or have been there a bunch, but this is my first time. Actually, this is one of the first times just Supernatural Inc. with me has investigated. Usually we're at an event or something. So
Lately, anyway.
yeah, lately it's just been an event and whatever. So this is just kind of a relax, and we get to just
It's not necessarily relaxed, but we get to actually investigate.
right.
Do what
We do what we love to do. It's not
don't-
relaxed.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about anything.
Getting my lines fed to me.
That's good.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
That's cool. Are we going to be able to see the data that
Hold
you
on, I'm
guys
back.
in the upcoming show? I know Katie's
Wait
been
a minute.
doing
I'm having
a lot of
internet
shows lately.
issues.
Coming.
Troubles.
Okay, take your time. We're with you.
Having internet issues.
I feel like I'm in the car with you guys.
Yeah, we all do.
You got any popcorn?
No, dude. Where we going?
The horns are listening. You got any Jiffy Pop?
Any Jiffy Pop?
It actually goes with all of
Yeah,
this.
this way, dude.
I feel like a candy bar.
No, what?
I want, I like Jiffy Pop, especially the
Oh yeah,
the stove top.
I do gotta go this way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not even getting into that, but yeah.
Take a long.
Okay,
Yeah.
back. Here I am.
Alright.
Hi. I think we're getting good
Hi.
now.
They said they wasn't even gonna be there till.
Are we good? Can you? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey,
Yeah,
let's
we
go.
Hi.
never actually
Hey,
lost
look!
you
It
on our.
looks like Bigfoot.
And the booby? We lost him now.
No, it's frozen. See that? That's
It looks
okay.
like Bigfoot in
Greg Costa, share some of that white
and the
light
booby.
and the booby.
And the bunny.
Not in the bunny.
Thank you.
That's right.
Because of this guest right here is why I have to say that. But our new one was when the pictures are taken at Pickens, I went on both sides and he's like, look, it's Bigfoot and the booby now. Yeah. That was fun. He's
Good Lord.
good Lord. Gotta have fun.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And there's reception will get better. So
Yeah.
we'll just hang. But hey, good mill. It's Pickens, South Carolina. Fantastic location.
Hmm.
Haunting of the Mill is going on in 2024.
Yes,
We were just talking about
Bigfoot
that.
and the
In the bunny.
The bunny.
Like,
Short-lived bunny life.
We're going on a serious podcast next week. No, this week. And it's a big podcast. And I'm going to say it's Bigfoot in the bunny, not in the bunny. Yeah. Rex is on. Hi,
Okay.
Rex.
What's going on, Rex?
A-N.
He says, hi, everyone from the sexy Rexy Dragon Slayer.
That's right.
And Rex, you are like, what are you, like 7'5"?
Oh my God, he's
He is
so
a tall
tall.
man. Uh-oh, they
It's
dropped.
okay. Yeah,
That
Anne
was
Marie and I
convenient.
were standing next to him, and we were like, "Oh my goodness!" We're looking up at Rex,
Yeah.
and I'm tall. I'm like almost 5'8". So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's an awesome guy.
I believe
It's
he's
fun.
going to be on Greg Costa's show pretty soon as well. Shadow Hunters. He says he's 6'7".
Lord.
6'7", from us little people, little folk, looks like about, I don't know, 9'5" or whatever.
My boys are all 6'2" and shit. So, and Linda's 5'7" too.
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
5'10".
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
Still
our
a little person. You under that?
I think our back problems are making us like go
shrinking. Yeah.
shrinking. Yeah. Everyone's tall.
Right.
She's Anne Marie's the same height as my daughter, so she's 5'2". But honest to God, Rex, talking to you, it was fun. It was good, and it was very deep. We did have a good time with him, but also a very deep conversation. So
Yeah.
I hope everything is well with you as well.
You'll have to come
No,
on
we're
here
not.
and tell your story, sir. You sounded great on the stage again at the Haunting of the Mill Paracon in Pickens, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And we're hoping Brandon can rejoin. I'm assuming they must have hit a dead spot. We did put this together last minute, so no fault on Brandon.
No.
There he is.
He's a good guy. He's our
Hey,
shaman.
sorry about that, guy.
No worries, man. We're just glad you're here. We appreciate it. You know, he did things last minute and everything.
Yeah.
So no worries. We just want to get the info out to the people
Yes, sir.
out there. Let them know. Mandela.
Are those your lines being fed to you?
Yeah, we did. Those are my lines being fed to me. We went into the Mandela hole.
Ah. Do you believe that? Like the Mandela effect and the portals and everything?
Thank you.
Outside the box.
You know, and
Or in
this
case,
is funny
outside the multiverse.
because my wife and I talk about this all the time.
Think outside the multiverse.
We both swear that we saw that movie with Shaq in it.
Well, which
Oh,
one
yeah.
we did
are you
too.
talking about?
So,
The kids and I.
Shazam.
yes.
Yes.
Right.
My kids.
That was a different movie, and that had
Yeah.
Sinbad in it.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I saw Shaq in it.
No,
No, I mean, not Shaq,
thinking-
Sinbad.
It was
Yeah.
Sinbad.
Well, you're actually
I know the
thinking
story.
kids.
I didn't see the movie, but I know the story and I kind of vaguely remember it.
It was another thing that people
Right.
get confused with that.
How about,
You see, Shaq had a game called Shaq Fu,
would
where
you,
he dressed up like
ladies and
a
gentlemen,
goddamn-
Katie Stafford.
Shaq Fu dressed up like a genie or something in the
Genie.
Shaq Fu game, right? Because
Right.
it was like a Wu-Tang,
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal collaboration thing, right? And
Right.
He dressed like a genie and stuff, kind of. He kind of looked like a genie.
Okay.
So
And so that's where the image looking like a genie comes from.
so we're all confused
You know what I
then.
mean?
Like half
Right.
the population is
it
confused.
wasn't Shazam, it was Shaq Fu. And that was
So
a
my kids
I'm
and I.
losing-
Sega Genesis
I'm
video
losing
game.
kind of signal here again. Hold on, guys. Let's get to the top of this hill. I think we'll be good.
All right.
Stay
Yeah,
there,
well,
Katie.
Nelson Mandela effect, of course, named for Nelson Mandela, right? Who a lot of people thought
Right.
died,
Probably would be better.
like back in the day, myself included.
Yeah, me too.
That he was killed.
Me too.
Yep.
Yep.
Died
If you could be
incarcerated,
outside the
but
car,
he's alive.
I can be.
Cars blocking out a lot of shit.
But yeah, it's yeah, I believe in it. I mean, it's the whole multiverse thing.
I don't know. I believe it's a definitely.
Hello, Godfather.
I don't know.
There's
if
Don Corleone.
reality.
See, I
Oh,
thought that
that's
was-
one of the owners. That's
That's
one
the-
of the owners of the network, old Don Corleone.
Yeah, we've seen Don Corleone pop up a few times, and we put up his comments. I always thought it was you. I thought you were jumping profiles because you're doing some work.
I can
So-
barely run. I can barely run this thing. I don't have multiple profiles.
I hear
See,
ya.
clearly, you're not logging in on a different computer, or different profile.
Right.
Put in the comments. So, hello, Don. Welcome to the show. Big foot in the butt.
So we have made it stationary. We are on a hill. We should have great reception here on out.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
Katie.
I thought we were gonna have to do one of those Stranger Things type things and send you an antenna to build your ham radio thing out in the hill like the kid did.
Right?
I mean, I do want to get my ham radio, so you
Talk to
know,
his girlfriend.
I love
you
that.
never know. You never know.
You never
Good
know.
advice.
Hey, it might be the next, ITC.
That
Well,
exactly.
ham radios.
It's not a bad thought.
Katie.
He's off on his new electric bike now.
Oh no!
Oh.
He's riding around in the parking lot with his new electric bike.
Oh, you guys have like a really good time. We're jealous.
Yeah.
We just wanted to talk about spirit, souls, and
He's yelling at me like I could hear him, but because I had a
fun.
headset. So I just nod my head and.
Knowing
we have a.
Yeah, what we saw in Pickens, I can just really picture this in my head. Between the golf cart.
We have a blast.
We did. We had a wicked good time, and we thank you.
Yes, thank you.
It was awesome to do it again. We'll do it next year. We can't wait. We're so looking forward to it, and want to help promote it. We had a great time, and everybody we talked to did as well. Like everybody had a lot of fun. Which doesn't always happen.
That was my wish, is that everybody had a blast. And I know we had a couple snafus, but you know what? For my first go at doing a Paracon by myself, hey,
exactly,
we made it happen.
Exactly.
So, okay, now that we have stable communications, we can get back to whatever, you wish.
Sure. I wanted to get into the healing factors. Healing is such a large part of the shamanism in so many ways. We started off with healing the soul. I'm talking a little bit about soul retrieval. But maybe what are some other aspects of that? And does it play into things like animism? Everything has to affect our consciousness.
And it does. Like when you can do vibrational healing, or you can bring animal spirits in. Jesus. Sorry, a big old wind gust caught my computer there.
Cunnilingus? What?
Okay, there we go.
All right.
My computer started running away from me. The wind is ridiculous. But you can call on animal spirits to help with the healing tree. So yeah, panpsychism or animism, where everything is connected, is 100% true. And like I always try to tell people, yes, trees talk. You just don't listen.
That's right.
That's right.
They do. I know. I think I probably mentioned it last time we talked about Tori Amos and the Speaking to Trees song she had put out this past year. She's always said I'm a big Tori Amos fan from like the 90s. And she always said, wrote her music. Was that?
Nope. I'm about to throw the computer out the freaking window.
Oh, there we go. Anyways, she says fairies are her inspiration. Inspiration, the nature of inspiration is such an interesting topic in and of itself.
Right.
What is the muse and where does it come from?
I had to label it.
It does sometimes seem like it's an external thing that comes into a person and pervades our own consciousness to come out with something beautiful that we maybe never would have thought of, or we're in a trance-like state.
Or could it come from the fractured soul theory, and it's somebody, we're part of that person's artistic side, went into the person that was open and willing to receive it, and they just had to name it something.
Right, label it, exactly.
And it had an intention.
Perfect, yes.
Right, so there's intention, observation, things you see in quantum physics that seem to make a real difference, and things like the double slit experiment, blah, blah, blah. You could go on for hours and have on the show all about those things, but the observation and very much just the intention of things, it is, something you can replicate in labs. Cyclical organizations have proved, intention makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yes. People like Dean Radin and the Monroe Institute. I think we were talking about that last week. And, great stuff. Our friend was also a shaman. Gail Heisen.
Shaman of two.
Is a quote-unquote lab rat for Dean Radin at different times, and will be the psychic that gets put under the test. And, statistically, it's easy to prove that these things are kind of real and that our intents do make a real difference, which seems to be the crux of a lot of magic, shamanism, psychic phenomena. Just the want to do these things, and there must be some sort of communication happening. And that communication, maybe that isn't happening on a level you can measure under a microscope. I know there was a place I wanted to go. We were talking about this earlier. Was water. Do you feel that water has in the psychic community that they'll say, or magical community say, the spirits of like almost every body of water out there. And
Yes.
paranormal community will say things like, oh, there's a lot of energy, like at the Haygood Mill being the example, right? We've got the big water wheel, the river next to it. There's a source of energy happening there. There's spirits. There's some kind of something happening. Do you agree with that? And what are your thoughts on that?
I would 100% agree with that. Hang on, let me turn my hearing down. And it's scientifically proven that when when water falls, it creates positive ions, and the positive ions create a positive energy. This has been scientifically proven. So yes, there is energy. Also, me being a Pisces, of course, I love water. But yeah, I mean, and water. Anybody can experience the energy of water. All they have to do is sit down by running water, and they feel better.
That's right.
I'd agree. And we've done experiments just running water, speaking of that, and trying to get EVPs from it and, some sort of feedback
Right.
from
So
the spirits. It seems to be conducive for them to talk through that kind of white noise of running water.
I had an experiment at my house, and I have a fish tank that was running low. So the filter was running low, so you could hear the filter noise, you could hear the water bubbling. So my experiment was I put a recorder on the top of the fish tank, and I said to my house and spirits, I'm going to take a shower for 10 minutes. I'll be right back. If you have anything to say to me, please say it right here in this black box. Go to take a shower, I come back, and I listen to it.
Yeah, he's on his electric. Sorry, he's on his electric bike.
Sky door up again. Do what Sky door said. Make sure it's not Tesla bike. So anyway, I came back and we listened to it. I brought it, over and we listened to it, and all you can hear is Kristen through the energy of the water and the filter making the noise. And you hear, psh, 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 but you can't make it out. But you hear my name constantly, Kristen, Kristen.
Right.
Yeah, we could hear it in the running
was
water.
really weird,
Yeah,
but it was cool.
We've gotten other things from water
They were
sources
trying.
as well.
Yeah.
And we have a couple of fun stories about that.
Yeah.
But beyond that, people say there's a spirit of water.
The spirit of the wind, even the wind could make it.
That's right. And all the elements and things of this nature. It's more of the animism side that comes through. But then you'll see a confirmation from paranormal people and say, oh, it's a running body of water. Same thing with like crystals. There's a lot of crystal content in this soil. Perhaps that's why, this place is quote unquote haunted or is attracting spirits.
Oh, and another thing, I was trying to think, there was an experiment that I saw. Okay, I remember who did it, and I'm not a fan of the individual, but I will say that it was on a special that was done at, who was the Tiger King's place, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Saw that.
Yeah, well, that water experiment they did where they filled up all the tubes, I think Bill Chappell did it, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Of digital dowsing.
Right. And so they filled up all these PVC pipes with water, closed them off, and put, somehow waterproofed digital recorders and put them in the water. And then sealed everything off. And they got crystal clear EVPs in that water.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, we watched a documentary where a guy did that in the Conjuring house. In the basement. There's a well there. And a lot of people do talk about the water sources because it runs underneath the house and ley lines. There's a whole thing about that.
But it wasn't really running. Location. It was just they dropped one down, sealed it all up, like you said, and it wasn't running water, but it's just
and
water.
You got EVPs.
And they got EVPs in it.
So that is cool. He was probably watching Bill's experiment. And that's neat.
I love
I like that idea.
I love experiments.
But we're always trying to push whatever we can paranormally.
Well, and also another thing about this, you got me on water, and water is my favorite topic, but I never talk about it.
Oh, let's talk water.
Another thing is, okay, so think about it. Water, without water, we'd all be dead. Water is life.
And we are, 75% water.
No more than it. It's actually quite a bit higher. We're almost all water. I was thinking about this morning, so it's weird that we would get in this conversation. But go ahead, Brendan. Sorry.
Well, no. I mean, and I was going to say also that, and Crystal brought it up, that we are water. So and I believe that part of us, when we die, obviously the liquids from our body will go back into the ground, get recycled into water. So how many spirits are actually in groundwater and in the water? And I know if you think it sounds disgusting if you think about it, but I think we return to the earth. We create dirt, we create fertilizer. Our water goes back to the water. So
Mycelium.
It's the great recycle.
Yep.
Yes.
That does happen. And Kristen, you were right. I just looked that up. It's 60% for men, 55% for women.
So it was right.
The percentage, well, closer than I was. I thought it was like 90 or something percentage of water. But here's the thing I was thinking about this morning is like you can look at that under a microscope. We can go down to the subatomic level, right? We can see the particles that make up the water and that sort of thing. And then when you get down to that level, in any form of matter, in our universe as people know it, including our bodies, there's more space in between the different particles, subatomic particles, right? Between the nucleus and the electrons and the photons.
Yeah, we have to do science.
There's a little science, right? There's more air, but it's not really air because air is gas, right? So there's more space, whatever that space is that contains absolutely nothing. And I think that's maybe where our consciousness really lives, in that kind of liminal in-between space. It seems to, people see auras, we've seen auras, and that kind of stuff seems to pervade the matter, right? That composes everything that we know as reality. Again, a little deep here.
Well, and
it might have
I'm
been
a
the
firm
candy,
believer.
I'm not sure, but
I mean,
bear with me.
I'm a firm
I think
believer
that's the housing for the consciousness.
Well, yeah, and I'm a firm believer in the fact that nothing is empty in this world. There's no empty space. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean there's nothing there.
Actually, more in what we perceive as the empty space than there is in what we perceive as.
Katie's bringing up a good point in the back. There's actually more in the empty space than we could perceive.
It's a dark matter, and we don't know what to call it, but we call it.
Like way more of dark matter.
Yeah, she just mentioned dark matter. That's funny that you said that.
Yeah.
The little voice from beyond. This happened on our last show. The little voice from beyond.
The dark matter is something we can measure. We don't actually know what the hell it is.
Right. And do we really need to know what everything is?
Well, it would help.
I know KD needs to know what everything is.
I need to know.
You need to know tonight, Brandon.
Tell him. You need to know tonight.
Well, apparently we're going to find out tonight.
But I do like the thought, right? So that there's more like space between the particles than there is. The particles don't take up as much space as the space in between them. So you're made up with this empty kind of vacuum void, whatever you want to call it. It's composed of no gas. It is just space. And that space has to be where our soul, our consciousness, our intelligence in a way comes from, or whatever it is that we are, that makes us us.
And, in quantum physics, they talk about how everything comes from nothing.
Yep.
Shut up. I know I tripped over my words. Go ride your little bicycle. Oh.
Little voice from beyond.
I want to bike.
Yeah, right.
But okay, now I'll say it correctly. Quantum physics states, I swear to God, man, that is it the quantum vacuum? I believe where everything started from, everything comes from, which is nothing.
Right.
So
First line of the book.
But is it nothing? Or is it nothing as we can conceive it?
Right.
Or as we observe it, to go a step further, right?
Yeah,
so the observation, the intentions, right?
Yep.
People have also done double slit experiments, right? With the photons going through the two slits and how they lay out, where they intended them. Gail did one with Dean. And if they intended the particles to land a certain way, the higher percentage of particles did land in that particular direction.
Yep.
So that's like a whole nother level, right? Because everybody talks about, okay, if it's observed, it looks like a wave. If it's not observed, it acts like a particle and just goes straight through. But if they put good psychics up, it's up there to say, all right, they're going to land over there on the left side. They start landing on the left side. So what is really going on, right? Let's look at that particle level and say, all right, these things are spinning, but they are so attached to our consciousness. That's why I say we are probably truly the space in between.
But you're right. But also, thoughts are energy. Once you put a thought out, and you got to think about what 8 billion people on the planet right now. You put a thought out, that's energy. Every single thought. Now, Chris and I were bad today. We had tons of thoughts. We were putting squirrels out that were on fire, trying to figure this out. I'm going stop, drop, and roll here.
Right.
What does that? That causes chaos.
Chaotic thoughts.
Right. So that's in the ether as well.
And see, and everything is internal. Nothing in our reality. Well, my reality is different than your reality, but reality is all internal. Like, even if you go touch a tree, you don't feel the tree. You feel the impulses that go into your hand for the electricity that goes up to the brain. Everything is internal.
That's right.
So, but in doing a thought, and I think thoughts and words are completely different, because a word can change history. Yeah. And I'm ignoring KD because I'm really on a good point right now, and he's going to turn it up.
Yeah, no, there's absolutely something.
I actually thought he was talking on the phone because he has not stopped talking. Okay.
No, this is my payback for back before I was ever on any podcast or anything. I would always mess with him when he was on podcasts.
Okay, well, that's payback. Okay.
It is. It's payback. So I have to sit here and take it because I started it with my thought and my intentions.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
And
So
we have backgrounds that kind of go a little beyond paranormal and kind of magical realm. You know, or my teacher and sort of mentor many years ago, Sorcerer's Cagliostro, whom Kristen knows, also told me that thoughts, have weight. They have intention. So when you put the thoughts out, it's part of this whole process of trying to create a change in the environment that, is beyond your physical realm. And she was so right. I don't know.
And that goes with healing process as well, like you do being a shaman.
Well, and the term, like if somebody says something that's deep, and the term, damn, that's heavy. Well, yes, it is, because suicide. We're just going to throw out some dark, heavy stuff. Suicide. As soon as you mention that word, your body feels heavy. Yep. And so the word, words definitely do carry weight. And they're dangerous. Be careful what you say. Your body is not.
Katie, stop.
He's not going to leave me alone, but your body does not know humor. So even if you talk to yourself and say, "Oh, I'm a dumbass," as a joke, well, your body doesn't know that's a joke. Those are words. That's intentions. So, words are dangerous, especially when they come out of KD's mouth.
It's kind of like that thing. You can walk into a room where people are having a party and you get a really good feeling, like instantly, right? Everybody's having fun. Kind of like watching you guys.
Yeah.
And then you can walk into like a funeral, right? And you immediately just feel it, like it's like it's out there.
It's the word funeral. Yeah.
It's beyond, that the individuals themselves creates an actual feeling.
Now that you said that, and now that I just said it, now funerals celebrated in Mexico, they wear white and they celebrate.
That's right.
Different.
So that's a different. However,
which I love. I love that
awesome.
they do.
Or in New Orleans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it truly is. And if you follow the Bible, it does say, mourn when you're born and rejoice when you die. But I think everybody.
Mourn when you're born part is a little disturbing.
Yeah, it's the word mourn.
It's like you went to hell or something. I don't know if I like that. Mourn when you're born.
I mean, but are we? Are we?
Yeah, we might be.
Are we in a level of hell?
We exist in a place. All right.
I thought of that
all we can perceive is a certain frequency and vibration of everything around us. Right. We know that the matter, this desk, and everything else is just little particles moving at a certain thing that our physical bodies are able to perceive. It doesn't mean like dark matter, we can't perceive it. It's also vibrating, I'm sure, on some other out of frequency thing. And I think that's probably true of some of the paranormal phenomena that we see. It's happening in a vibration that's like maybe close to what we can perceive.
Our eyes.
Our human limitations
our eyes,
our eyes, our ears, our touch.
Everything.
Right.
It's different frequency.
Like, why doesn't the table fall apart when I touch it? It's just, vibrating particles. Well, that's how it works.
Exactly.
So we're stuck at this frequency, this band, if you will. And
Right.
I think some of these things maybe live on the outskirts of that band, and that's why we see
You're the fucking emotion. Yeah.
Yes,
emotion.
voice from beyond.
Yeah, where does an emotional outburst end? Is it to end with that moment, or does it continue on somewhere and build up somewhere, collect,
Right.
some sort of weight,
Well, I mean,
inertia?
if you go with Einstein's theory, even though it's already been disproven, but
What?
energy can neither be created nor destroyed.
That's relative. That's
I
how's
know.
that been-
Relativity, guys.
Yeah, it has been disproven. Shut up.
On a quantum level.
Oh my God, here we go on a quantum level. So if a thought is an emotion or an emotion is
General theory of
this is-
relativity has not been disproven.
can I will.
I could just see them driving around the golf carts, picking.
This is what we do. This is. I mean, this is.
Yep.
It is so much. I will show you where it's been disproven in a
It's
minute.
never even
fun.
proven.
Go eat a sandwich.
That's why
Yeah,
I
no.
was a fucking
My
dude.
God, we sound like.
Anna, your wife's son, behave.
Hey, hey, baby.
You know
Hi,
what's
Anna.
been proven?
Anna, do you hear him? He's hurting my feelings. So, if a thought or an emotional outburst, if that is created by an electrical impulse,
I love you, Brandon.
then of course it doesn't go anywhere.
I'm sorry, Brandon.
No, you're not sorry, but I love
I'm
you too.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Sorry I lashed out at you like that, bud. I was a little mean.
I didn't even hear you, so whatever it was, you're good.
I'm only-
All right.
And it says the two of them together never behave.
No.
No, we don't. We don't. We don't.
I believe you. Anna, I believe.
No, we
I'm
just
doing
need
all
this.
this work. But it's all right.
He's
We
back.
just
Yeah.
have-
Fine. I don't mind.
I know you don't mind, Katie. Just
I don't
unload
mind helping
everything.
out the
I need it.
founder.
Can you go get me a cup of coffee?
I don't mind helping out.
Too,
the
please.
founder.
Thanks.
Hey, anything.
So that reminds me of
Oh my God, not the founder.
Hey,
we actually
just
gave it-
fucking- I just want to be a team
Okay.
player. You know what I mean?
Spider Gates. Well, we actually fed that
Undisclosed
thing.
location.
Yes, that.
That particular Quaker cemetery we love so much.
Yeah, well,
so
yeah.
much phenomena occur.
Oh, Anna's driving. Or Anne Marie Young's driving.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting, but I'm sitting still, taking
Inside.
abuse.
Take it.
Taking abuse. It's what I do.
Speaking of cemeteries, do you think that burial places have a certain sacred element to them that is unworldly?
But I don't even know if I got my point across, but I do think that a thought or an emotional outburst does not go anywhere. It goes out and it affects everything.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Like,
sorry. I
it-
just want to interject here and say that Brandon knew better than to try and make a date for a serious podcast when he was here with me,
It's true.
especially the day before he goes home.
Right. It's
I
on.
apologize for any.
Oh, you're on the
That's
right
awesome.
podcast.
You're on the right podcast.
We like to have fun here, you know.
Yeah.
Like we were
Yeah.
saying at the front of the show, we like, we want you to relax.
We're serious,
you to have
but
a
we're
good
not,
time. We're going to talk
Right.
about some serious shit,
Audience
but
likes it.
Oh,
so-
hey, y'all.
It's like big.
Hey, Kristen.
He had no
Hello.
idea.
Kristen, I'm sorry.
Have a good time.
I didn't know who
It's
you were
okay.
talking to, Brandon.
What's that?
Yeah, he didn't even know I was talking with you guys. So this is
Seriously?
like normal. This is great.
Normal boys. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, now we're moving again.
I mean, I know
Uh-oh.
you were talking to them earlier, but
Yeah.
That bike going.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I get it. Are we like where are we going?
Yeah.
What else was I saying? Just had
Okay.
So
we're-
emotional outbursts go into the ether.
Yes.
hold on.
think they
Is your feeling? We've
create chaos.
pondered about whether they could somehow accumulate, gain some inertia, become some of the non-human entities that maybe bother the public.
I think
Lord mercy.
and I do think it can accumulate, especially with somebody who is in tuned with that negative vibration.
Into.
Then yeah, it will accumulate in a person.
Shadow shaman for nothing.
That's right. The shadow self, right? So our shadow selves exist, and that
Yeah.
plays a role.
Anne Marie
Sure.
Young loves that. Yep.
Hibernation.
Oh yeah.
Bear Nation, baby.
So, we're going into where it says authorized
This is,
vehicles only.
Hey, the PATV is an authorized vehicle, okay?
I
Okay.
wish we were with them.
Yeah, I know, right? We're just jealous.
We're
Yeah,
jealous.
we wanna
Look,
be
this
the
is-
best.
Super and
I
I want a bike.
That's an acronym, yes.
Yeah. Well, we do call this what is it?
Super and D PATV.
Sipper and D PATV.
Yes.
This is what we're writing in.
Yes, it's the
That would-
official. Well,
Supernatural.
for now, the official Supernatural Inc. all-terrain vehicle.
all terrain.
Supernatural Inc. Paranormal Research and
Got a
Development
lift kit on that?
all-terrain or paranormal
all-terrain
vehicle. Thank you.
Yeah, and we got 2 more seats in the back for
Uh-oh. Don't move.
Uh-oh.
Don't move.
I got another question for you guys.
Well,
Here, back in range.
TV for short.
my wife. Oh God. Okay, he's rally
All right,
driving.
we're starting to get the Benny Hill effect,
Oh shit.
right? Where you're like, the signal's in and out, so like you'll go real slow for a second, but when you just rubbed your beard, Brandon,
it
You
went
did it
like
really
wicked fast.
it was almost like a cartoon.
That's right. Oh my God, I don't know what we're doing.
Going
Somebody.
off road.
Yeah, we actually are. See, we're way. Welcome to the ATV PATV.
Okay.
Right on.
With titanium.
So as soon as we get up
nitrous-
here,
nitrous oxide, gas piston shocks.
Shut up.
Nice.
Once we get here, I will have a really cool background because now we are up here with the cabins.
It's a Kia. So what? I keeps it clean.
Yeah.
You have knots in it? Is that what you said?
I-
He
You
said he
raised
keeps it
that
clean.
bitch?
What's up, redneck?
Said he had nitrous
Oh, God.
oxide in it.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I'm gonna vomit for motion sickness. All right, I'm gonna take you guys over, and I'm gonna have a good background now. Once I find, oh, there's that.
He's still talking. In the background.
I'm gonna
Well,
give you before any
Thank God,
serious
there's more.
questions.
There's more people now that he's actually talking to. But
Oh, okay. Good.
Oh, you're trying to distract them
Distract him. Yeah,
Like-
distraction.
like a squirrel? Like, here, oh.
there we go.
Oh, look at that. So that was one of the buildings that
Ooh.
was moved?
I think so.
Are you guys like maybe pioneering any new gear tonight?
You know, we were actually working on some new gear in the shop, but
You know, some details.
Want some deets?
I will just
Can you
say,
say, what can you not say? I know you gotta, you know.
I will just say, keep an eye on store.supernatural Inc. A brand new product will appear sometime tonight.
Really? Tonight? Now that's some
And
news.
tonight is the last night that you can use code GNOME to get 15%.
Come on. Are you
Serious.
kidding me? Are you serious?
Nope. Yep, 100. I'm the one that makes the discount codes. So
Oh, you're the
It's-
best, man.
it's capital G GNOME, and you will get 15% off your not just a product, but your entire purchase.
Wow. That's awesome.
So
Okay,
Oh.
so it's store.supernaturalinc.com. We got to put this out in all our chats.
no, it's
On several
it's actually
platforms.
it's store.supernatural.inc.
Okay,
Yep.
got it. Put the dot in there. Inc. And our code word for the night
Gnome.
is
No.
G.
use code word. I love saying that. Code word. Capital G, gnome. There we go. 50%. Did you say 50?
15.
No, 15.
Did you say 85% off?
75.
We'll even pay 100% off, and we'll even pay shipping.
Free shipping. 50% off your order. Okay, putting this out. There it goes. Wow.
Sure.
Well, that's good. Can you give us like a little something about this new product? I assume it's
Does it-
paranormal.
Yeah. Does it beep?
Oh, it does. It does a lot of that.
Get it
So,
light on it.
one of our custom boxes that we only made a few of. Well, we've made some adjustments, and now they will be a production box. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Hmm.
Nice.
Yes.
You said box.
First one.
You weren't talking
I mean,
dirty.
Oh.
No, I'm telling you, yeah, I'm talking supernatural skank like kind of.
I have a video.
Snake
We have a
box.
blooper reel for that.
Skank box.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Skank box.
Take it into
Talking
brothels,
to
you
this
know.
box, in that box.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can
Indeed,
take you
indeed.
guys actually inside this.
Ooh, please do.
Can you?
I'm looking. I mean, I know I
Keep
can.
me in, Brandon.
That's what.
You're already in.
Okay, so
Started that.
no, but let me get to a good view here and show you what is actually behind me. Well, now it's in front of me, but behind you, as it were. All right, here we go.
I love it. This is live radio at its finest.
Live, yeah, TV.
It's dangerous. I love it. It's like a good rock band. That's how I view these.
It's like Metallica that we're gonna like go see. Oh, Disturbed first.
Can we see? Can we?
Oh, that's beautiful.
I see some trees. I know that they're
Reminds me of
talking to
Pickens.
us. Maybe we should
Yeah.
interview the tree, Brandon.
Now we're in Missouri, correct?
I mean, we could. The trees talk to us. We are in Missouri.
Okay.
So we have a mill, we have a church, we have 1, 2, 3 cabins.
Thank you, Anna.
I must have gapped something. Stored. Did I miss that?
So
Yeah, there you go. Code word gnome.
code word gnome. So there's another cabin. 1, 2,
Oh, it's
3,
freaking beautiful where you are, man.
3, 4, 5,
Missouri.
6 cabins, a mill. Yeah, this place is. I've never been here, so like, pretty excited.
I feel like there's a lot of history there. Just looking at it with you.
I get the feeling that this is native ground first. I don't know. I don't do the psychic thing, so I'm not very good at that.
That's all right.
That's okay. Yeah, you
We
do.
make no claims either, but we're always in it. You should see how we are with each other. Like we get in each other's thoughts. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's me and my wife. Yeah.
I was just gonna ask you, do you and Anna do that? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I
talking
was
about.
just thinking about that. Don't do
I
that.
do it all the time. Like it's ridiculous. A song,
Well, it's
it's
so bad that I actually
but
Katie and I do it to each other too now.
cool. Yeah.
That's scary getting in that man's head.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine that squirrel's on
I
fire
imagine.
all the time. I could just see that. Put it out. Stop, rock, and roll.
I like to call him cotton candy dumpster fire because it's like fun, but at the same time, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All right. Well, I hope everybody's having fun with it because
Yeah.
we love this. This is kind of like the dangerous thing, right? Which is what I love about live radio. You know, occasionally we'll do a pre-recorded thing and like, you put all this time and make everything perfect, but it misses that element of like anything could happen, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I think there's something to it and something very valid and gives people a reason to pay attention. I'll give you a serious question. Burial grounds, sacredness, gatekeepers. What does that mean to you?
The first word that comes to mind is elementals.
Okay.
I firmly believe that elementals are the guardians and the gatekeepers of sacred land. Be it any of the earth elements. I also firmly believe that there is a fire element at Haygood Mill.
You do.
So, yes. And that's a story. Remind me next time I come on. There's a story behind that.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, you don't want to say it now? You have time.
I mean, I have time, but okay, fine. Well, one of the guys that works there, Ron, the historian.
Talk you into it.
Well, he went out behind the Burdine, out in the woods,
Yes.
with
Deep
Becky
woods.
Evans.
Oh, Becky. Yes, we know Becky really well.
Yeah, I think Becky's
So-
probably out here watching us.
Hi, Becky. I hope you had fun karaokeing last night. It sounded like it's good for you to get out of the house and have a girls' night. I'm proud of you.
Hell yeah.
So he was back there, and Becky was telling him because Becky is coming into her own psychically. So keep an eye on her. She's amazing.
Awesome.
So she was telling Ron that the spirits know him. They call him the caretaker and whatever. Well, he says, and I can say this because he told me the story, and then he told everybody else, so he's okay with me telling it. But he walked out back in the woods and said, "Hey, I come here in peace and in the spirit of Reformation and Christianity. And as soon as he said Christianity, he got burnt on both sides of his face, like something grabbed him.
Really?
And I saw him 2 Saturdays after that, and I still saw the scarring on his face.
Oh my! What happened? An elemental grabbed him?
An elemental grabbed him.
Wow.
Hold on 1 second. I have somebody I have to meet real fast.
Okay.
All right.
Hello. How are you?
So when we were there,
So much about you.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you.
I
Well,
said
it
to
was
you
all-
in back of the Burdine.
Pull 'em up.
Yeah.
What's up?
And back at the Burdine cabin, I said, look up in the trees. There's something there, and they're not. Somebody had said with
Yeah.
Native Americans. I said, no, they're elementals.
And Burdine is where we spent most of our time.
Yeah.
Investigating and,
the-
and kind of hosting that cabin.
We have
To
2
have
pictures.
people come in,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
got a lot of data from there, including, and this is going to be on an upcoming episode with Horn Paranormal. Kim recorded SLS things. We were talking about elementals on the front porch of that because they would be tall, they would be small. You'll see the figure drop down and almost like be like this like little thing near me, and as she's filming, and then get real big again and kind of like look over everyone. Really interesting and different kind of SLS footage. That's coming up. We're going to be doing that this month, so we're looking
So-
forward to that.
If you know me, you know I don't like to see things, but I literally saw these things and also at the campground.
Yeah, we felt like that.
Yeah, there was one at the campground. There were 2. Excuse me. I personally firmly believe that there were 2 at the petroglyphs.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I believe you because I don't like to see things, and I saw things while I was there, and I saw something. I was just talking to him when you were talking to the person.
Yeah,
I saw, and I kept saying to him. Somebody said it was a Native American in a tree, and I said no. I'm looking at Chris. I'm like, it's an elemental, and I mean, it felt weird. It didn't feel spirity.
Yeah,
It felt
we're
very
also
weird.
talking about some SLS cam footage we got. Kim got.
Yeah, Kim Horn.
And we were talking about you'll hear us talking about elementals because that's what her impression was.
Yeah.
That it was an elemental that was bouncing around. We were doing some
Yep.
photography and
growing bigger and smaller.
Yeah,
Yes.
you heard us.
I have not seen this footage. However,
it's cool.
that is
It's really
that is,
cool.
Oh, you will.
that's the actions. Oh yeah.
I'll send you a link when we do that. I've got it all on the computer. Kim sent us everything. We're getting
And
to do
also, next time, whenever you guys decide, if you decide to have me back on your lovely show, first of all,
that.
and I didn't start out with this, and I should have. Thank you so much, and I'm honored. I can't believe that I've been on here 3 times.
3 times.
This is
our
an amazing show, and it's my honor to be on here. So thank you for that.
It's ours. We love having you.
We love
We
you.
love
My God.
talking to you.
Yeah. Our audience loves you.
We know we've got a lot
so-
going on today, and we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
kinda last
Thank
minute.
you so much.
It's all good. It's on us because we just kind of.
Well, no, I mean, y'all jumped in, with like an hour's notice for me one time. So of course, I'm always here for my friends.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime. We're gonna try to do some more interviews in the near future, but we just need something to sell, man. I don't know.
We just got done with a 9-day investigation where down where the Cherokee capital city used to be, and so that's a story for another podcast because that'll take the whole time.
That's
going
4
over.
times now.
You're giving us all these teasers so you
Yeah.
can come back on. I get how this works.
You know,
The door is always open, my friend.
I got to learn how to market myself here.
All right.
Jam
Hey,
Skippy.
I can
mean,
talk about this too.
The beard can only get me so far.
Well, we dig the beard and we dig gnomes. Code word gnome is
The gnome is the best.
That made my night.
Yeah,
Anyway,
man.
Yeah,
come
we
on,
were talking
stop.
about that earlier. I'm like, oh.
But gatekeepers are something that are rumored to
No.
guard cemeteries. When people go to a cemetery to investigate, you're supposed to, by different traditions, leave an offering.
Offering.
And that offering is to the gatekeeper. And we've encountered a couple. And it was kind of surprising because a lot of people don't talk about this. They don't write about it. Is this also true of, say, like burial mounds and sort of thing? Do you think these sacred places of burial, that's where I was going, of any sort, of any tradition, have a spirit, maybe an elemental, right? Right? You said an elemental, you feel? That guards it and that kind of looks over the thing. I mean, for us, like, it didn't look like an elemental. The one we saw that we feel like we knew, we had confirmation from Sam Baltrice's
Oh, the gatekeeper. Yes, he was
the
definitely a
gatekeeper
spirit
of a particular burial ground up here, a cemetery. It's a Quaker cemetery, and we've had a ton of phenomena at this place, and we've talked about it a lot in the show in the past. But we met the guy. You know, he talked to us. We have EVPs of him, and he has the accent of like an early American.
Old English.
We have the psychic impression of what he looks like. We talked to Sam about it. He's like, yeah, exactly. He's got the overalls. He's got the shirt. Maybe there's an elemental base to that, or maybe that's what he wants to look like to us.
Perception.
I don't know.
I personally, I try not to investigate graveyards. Just because I just personally think that I'm disturbing them. Once you get in that graveyard, it's time to rest, and you don't want, me poking around. That's my personal belief. I have nothing against people that do it. So I don't have that much evidence about it. However, I do feel that every graveyard or every cemetery, well, I can't remember, because one's attached to a church and one's not. A graveyard and a cemetery, but I can't remember. But I think if it's sacred ground, there is something protecting it, because that's your time to finally rest. You've done it all. Just, you don't need to be disturbed. I think there's something to that.
Yeah, but it is weird, right? And some people would counter that argument and say, well, all right, you're buried. Why would you hang around your burial spot? And I guess the counter argument to that counter argument is, well, that was the last place you were celebrated. All your family and friends gathered and celebrated you. So maybe you're waiting for that to happen again. I appreciate, what you're saying, that not investigating these things, that we go in with respect. Like, we bring trash bags with us and we clean, like we walk out with more than we come in with.
Always.
And that sort of thing. It's like a total thing.
And, there's absolutely no judgment on my part for people that do it and don't. It's just one of my personal beliefs. But, I'm glad people are out there doing it, because, you get cool evidence. It's just something that I just don't do.
Yeah. No, that's totally.
Yeah.
I get it. But it does seem to be like there's a gatekeeper, and I think there's more to that story. I just find it fascinating. Occasionally it comes up, and I wondered from your perspective and the traditions you were raised with, was there a gatekeeper in any of those teachings?
Yes.
So was he an elemental? Is that where that comes from, or how does that work?
It was never called an elemental. That's a new.
It's a label.
Label, but it is known to have been here way before we were ever here, and will be here long after we're gone. So that fits the mold of an elemental to me.
Yeah, basically like a non-human entity, then. Something else.
Something else that was, that's been here a long time, but it's not, and it's neither good nor bad, if you want to put labels. It is what it is. It does a job, and if you cross it, it's dangerous. If you respect it, it's not dangerous. So that all just sounds like an elemental to me.
Yeah.
What's your take on aliens? What do you think about that?
They terrify me. Seriously.
Okay.
Do you think all aliens are extraterrestrials, or do you think things we might call aliens are always?
I want Greg Koss had an amazing guest on last night. I don't know if y'all were able to catch it.
We were there, Nathaniel Gillis.
Yeah, so that kind of tying demons to aliens, that was really cool.
Oh, he's the master of that. That's our brother.
It's our brother from another mother.
I mean, I so want to pick that man's brain.
You should.
But so I think that they are in. they have to be interdimensional. It's the only way I can wrap my head around travel like that. You know, be it a wormhole or something. That wormhole's got to cut through something.
If they are truly from some other place,
I swear
I kind of
what
think
we
that
encountered.
some of them are maybe not, you know, from another planet per se, but are actually just here.
A different frequency that we can't see. We may be able to hear at some point, but at least a different frequency and vibration.
Goes back to that frequency, vibration, things we can perceive and not. But it's funny how when you encounter something like that, and I can't say we've encountered a bunch of cryptids or anything, but we've encountered things we did not think were human ghosts that seem to be something else.
And I think that they can, you know, and I guarantee you, if we were a Bigfoot, we would see these things all the time because Bigfoot likes to slide in between the dimensions.
Right.
So, you know, Bigfoot, if you could fit him in the alien category if we were going interdimensional like that. So I think there's lots of things that are literally right beside us all day, every day.
Yep.
But they run on a different frequency. And we can't see them, and they can't see us, except for sometimes when something with the frequency happens and the veil lowers.
And perhaps it's that intent, you know, we were talking about in that sort of liminal space between the, you know, particles. There's a consciousness. And, you know, what is that consciousness? Nobody can really define that well. You know, at least to my ears. I've certainly, you know, read and listened to enough stuff we both have about consciousness, and we try to wrap our heads around what is that? What is this? Does seem to equate life. It seems to equate the whole deal beyond the particles, right? Is this other thing,
right? That the body loses like milligrams right after it dies, and supposedly it's
it's a debatable thing though. That I know what you're talking about.
But and well, I mean, everything that is paranormal is debatable, and that's why I love this field. It's because there's not many fields where you can have healthy debates, and you know,
we agree.
Kind of, you know, I'm not going any deeper into that thought process, but and I feel like I need to explain myself on why aliens terrify me, because they do. So here's a funny story. Well, I saw a UFO as a kid. And so, and that kind of piqued my interest. And this was like in the late 80s. So, you know, I would watch the little documentaries that would come on TV and, you know, whatever. This was right when cable first came out. Well, I was watching an extraterrestrial documentary, and they were talking about how the aliens would implant something in the person's nose, right? And to track them or whatever. And at that exact moment, as I was sitting in my childhood bedroom, my nose started bleeding.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Come on.
And I mean, and from that point on, I have a healthy respect for aliens. And then I saw the movie The Fourth Kind.
Oh,
the White Owls, and that just put me over the edge.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. You know,
I'm with you. I understand that feeling. Yeah, but to bleed that. Oh my god, it's so weird.
like it was. I never had nosebleeds. You know, so that was
so bizarre.
Like, where did that come from?
Dude, I want 5
cigarettes. Yeah. We went on a rabbit hole last night looking at the history of Mars. And there are theories out there that Mars, you know, was habitated. Science, I guess, says, you know, it was kind of like that kind of Goldilocks type planet that would have supported water and life. And there used to be oceans and a normal atmosphere on Mars at one time, so many billion years ago. And now it's just kind of devastated. And it's a sort of radioactive particle that's found in the.
Excion.
What do they call that?
Excion. Something
xenon, something. Anyways, it's in the top layer of the soil, and it's only way we can reproduce that on Earth is from a nuclear detonation.
Yes.
Right, but it's over the entire planet. So it's like they may have had, or something may have went there, caused the sort of nuclear destruction, took out whatever life was on the planet. And I guess at that time period that they date this stuff, they our planet would have had lizards on it. It was pre-dinosaur.
Yeah.
We were up to like lizards, the lizard level.
Yes.
If
If
that's
you're
the
going
thing.
with Darwinism, yes.
If that's the thing. So it's like they said, oh, well, we'll let the lizards be, but look what happened to Mars. There's no atmosphere, there's nothing, no.
Right, because of that.
Well, and if you look back, like, there's a theory that the Egyptians had nuclear power.
Yes.
You know, and they're wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's possible.
Oh, no, that's like an
Baghdad
ancient
Battle,
alien
yeah.
theory.
yep.
Not sure about that.
I
We don't
love
know,
that.
though. We don't know.
I love the dude with the hair.
Oh, that's Giorgio Tsoukalos.
Oh
Yes.
my God. I need to try to reach out to him and talk to him because aliens.
Yeah, everything's aliens.
David Childress, too. He's
that
another
voice.
character from way back on the Ancient Aliens. He's still on there. Love that guy's voice. He can just take you from one topic to another, just walk away from the park. Here we go. We got an obelisk over here, and if that obelisk contains
Right,
crystal content of 3.3%, therefore it's a Wi-Fi antenna. So
Ken Allen.
speak to the world.
It's fascinating to me. I will watch Ancient Aliens.
Oh yeah, we like.
We
I
like
can't-
it, but I don't want to poo-poo on stuff, but it's there. So,
Ken.
the Wizard's Table.
There's a guy you should talk to, Ken Allen.
Yes.
He's awesome. You ever talked to him?
Yeah. Hey, I've never talked to
Nick
him, but
Gibbs.
I am booking. I am booking for May. So
There you go, Ken.
Yes.
Right on. He's got a show right now. It's haunted happenings. It was the Wizard's Table for a long time. The
Yeah, but
Wizard's Table.
that's why we have to
And we had
sing.
this mutual thing where we would
He
sing
sings
each
Bigfoot
other's
and the
show
bunny,
names.
and yeah,
Mm.
Bigfoot and the
loved it.
bunny.
And the bunny.
And the bunny.
That's just why Bigfoot up there on the Ukrainian flag is chasing down that bunny.
Damn Skippy.
Go give me that
That's what
bunny.
he's doing. Okay, let's go, baby.
Yeah. Hey, could
You're
you email me at shamansundays@gmail.com, please, and thank you.
I'll put you guys together in a
Yeah.
conversation on Facebook.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So-
He's a good dude.
Entertainment, exactly,
He's
George.
an occultist that works in the
Jorge.
paranormal, and a great guy, real hot shit. You'll have a blast talking to him.
So much fun.
I love it. Unfortunately, I am running out of time. I can give you up to the
It's all right. We've hit our
half hour.
9 o'clock, and
Yeah, we're
we appreciate you joining us
Yeah,
today.
we love you.
I think
You know.
this does drag you back on at some point.
I mean, I'll come back kicking and screaming.
Without KD,
You can bring Kate.
he's kicking and screaming too.
Well, this
I
is
just want one of those bikes.
Yeah, that's great. You could just bring him
I
back.
mean, it's just look. When we're together, it's just what you get.
That's right, and it's
It's live
fun
radio, bro.
because we've actually experienced that for 4 days or 3 days. So yes,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
wicked fun. Oh my god!
Absolutely.
What we do here, and even though I'm on a podcast, it's real. This is us all the time. So, yeah.
That's what it's about.
Well,
You know?
I mean, when you're a J-list TV celebrity like KD, a J-list, then that's kind of what happens.
At least he's in the list.
What do we pass the Z?
Well, no, he's
Yes.
not down to a Z
Yeah.
yet, but he's a J-list guy.
Good lord!
Now he's yelling at me. Apparently, I'm moving on down, mother effer. Yep.
Here-
And there's Becky saying
Becky.
hello.
Hi, Becky. Thank you again for
We were
earlier.
just talking
So,
about you, Becky.
Oh, and before I go, I do need to thank you, Chris, for saving me when I was falling asleep at the Paracon. Because when I was sitting there watching the panel, I think you saved me on that one. I can't remember.
well, geez, you were up for like 4 days. I mean, you never slept, poor guy. So
I didn't. I had 3 hours of sleep in 3 days.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
really bad.
But and also I wanted to thank you for that gift that you gave to me and my wife.
Oh, you're very welcome. The Mojo Bags.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah.
Well, we thank you so much for having us, and we had such an amazing time, and it was so much fun.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to next year.
Yes.
And,
Speaking of next year, I am looking at, now this is tentative, but March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of next year. We are looking for sponsors right now, and I have a tier list out on, like a tier price list out on Supernatural Inc. and the Haunting at the Mill Facebook group.
Excellent.
So I don't know how I'm going to make it any better. I should have started with a 1 day, but you know what? We're going to stick with the 3 day. I'm just going to make it better.
I think it's the way to go.
It's so good.
And the camping aspect was awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you to the Horns
to
for that.
have, like, right across from the location is this beautiful campground
Scott Horn, we have arrived
with a creek
with a
through it.
crick.
Exactly.
Running through it.
That's right.
And the bonfires. I'm sorry, I fell asleep.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, ghost stories around the campfire with Becky.
Yep.
Yeah. And I finally got to hang out with you guys on the one night for a little bit by the campfire, except minus sleepyhead there.
Sorry, I was wicked tired the whole time.
We just planned everything wrong because it was 18 hours for us.
And we started at night.
Yeah, we left at night.
We left at night at 9:30.
Our minds were just like totally screwed up the whole time we were there because it was only a short span.
Yeah.
Next year we're gonna,
we'll do it better.
We're gonna leave earlier.
And in your Paracon was awesome.
Whatever, just make it
it was perfect.
so we can think straight.
I mean, it was so much fun. You guys going around the golf carts, and I'm messaging you, and you're in a golf cart, and I'm like, hey.
Right. I mean, you just got to get out of our way when we're on them golf carts. Yeah. Well, and that's why I decided to have a Paracon. I've been in them, and I finally made it to my first Paracon banner. I'm on a banner, and I'm sharing it with people like Jeremy Leonard and Sam Baltrusis.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called the Hell House Paracon, and it's going to be September 9th in Pennsylvania, Lehighton, Pennsylvania. So, but yeah, so the reason why I did a Paracon is I'm tired of, and you know how it is. You get to Paracon, you run. You got to have your hit times, and you got to be here, and you got to be there, and you really don't get to hang out with people that you've talked to for years in the paranormal. Well, I wanted to fix that. I wanted it to where you could camp beside your favorite paranormal TV personality or podcaster, or and give it the full relaxation thing. So
it was awesome because we met people that we knew, but we didn't know in person, like the Horns. We've never known them in person. So we got to meet them. We got to meet Becky Evans. I mean, we got to meet you finally, and it was absolutely wonderful. You did a great job, even though with the weather and stuff, it still went perfect.
Did a fantastic job, and I'm looking at the Hell House Paracon Eventbrite link right now. I'm going to throw it in our chats for everyone. I see you up there with some very respectable paranormal people.
Sam is awesome.
And I'm also one of the sponsors of the event, and
that's fantastic.
It's kind of funny how that came around.
I can imagine.
Yeah, there's a story behind that, but that's just going to have to be a behind the scenes story. I'll tell y'all later.
Right on. Well, we like those two.
Yeah. So, but it's going to be fun. Also, Supernatural Inc. I do need to get this out real quick. If you guys are going to be, or any of the viewers are going to be in the Kansas City area, July, we have the Metacon in July. And it's going to be at the KCI Expo Center. It's going to be huge. It's one of the bigger events. John Saffis is going to be there. So, I'm going to be trying to talk to the OG of the paranormal.
Sure.
And then there's one in Eureka Springs, Arkansas in August. And then we have one in Overland Park, Kansas. If you go to www.supernaturalinc.paranormal.com, that is our page with all of our events. We also have a event at LeBold Manor coming up, McAteer Villa. So we got a bunch of cool stuff. All over the place. Yeah, so you guys will be able to keep up with us. And if y'all happen to be in the area, come by and see us, hang out. Watch how me and Katie actually act together. But if any of the viewers are out there, come say hey, come check us out. And don't forget, and I got to go after this, don't forget keyword gnome.
Gnome.
Yeah, I'm going to put that out. I'm going to put that out one more time. And here's the link. And it's going out again on all our platforms. Store.supernatural.inc. Keyword. And it's only good for tonight.
Till tonight.
Yeah.
Right?
It'll go. Just do it tonight.
Do it tonight
I can't
because
remember
it's
when
a
I
new
said
product
it.
coming out.
So yeah, if you just jump on it tonight, if you want some of our stuff, and then watch for the debut of the new box. Box. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, hey guys, thank you guys so much. It's such an honor. Well, not only to be your friend, that's the first and foremost honor to me.
Absolutely.
But to be a repeat offender on your show.
Yeah, I love that.
It's amazing. So, thank you guys so much. And to all your viewers, you guys picked a wonderful show to watch and support. So you guys keep it up. But if you get bored with them, Shaman Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. Skydor Entertainment.
Best way for people to find Skydor Entertainment and see you on camera, as well as your host of other great shows, including Laurie.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Lynn Monet.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Lynn Monet, a.k.a.
Well,
right. She just started her shows, and we've got loads of awesome shows. Rex does Discover the Paranormal with the All Out Paranormal. Wonderful show. That's great. You can find we're on all the platforms, even on Twitch. As we go live, but we also have our page is www.skydorentertainment.org. .org. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
All right.
But
right
Skydor
on.
Entertainment. They were just
right.
on.
And a separate word, Sky Door. There's a space in between entertainment. 3 different words. Look that up. And on Facebook. Are you guys on YouTube as well?
Yeah, and I've also got my YouTube. It's at Skydor Entertainment, or you can go to my page at Shaman Sundays, and I have a link to all the shows that we play on the network as well. So, a couple of different ways you can find us.
Okay, you also have classes, don't you, Brandon?
Coming up, I do. I am working on a class called From Cognitive Chaos to Peace. And I will be sharing a lot of my story. I'm an open book. I was a raging alcoholic. I'm a combat veteran with severe PTSD, and that once had severe PTSD. And I share some of my tips of how I crawled from the depths of suicide to where I'm at now, and how to get that voice to shut the hell up in your head. So it should be fun. Give me a couple months. I'm working on it, and then that will be out.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, this has been great. And thank you again for joining
again.
us. Again, it's last minute, and we appreciate it. I know you're doing stuff, but in a way, we kind of captured a whole different aspect of you, and this is fun.
Yeah, right.
It, man.
Yeah, this is the fun side of us. I always have to be, professional, whatever. But we love having fun too. But now you just got to see exactly how we do it.
That's right.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much, and I think my battery's about to die. So good night, everybody.
No worries.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, Brandon.
Good luck tonight. Stay safe.
Yeah, definitely. Goodbye.
So there you have it. It's the Brandon Cooper.
The Shaman. Greg Cost, the Shaman too.
Yep. No, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, this is the whole live thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not to dig up that dead horse again.
And Alan, still on. Love you, buddy.
We like that anything can happen. This aspect that anything can happen on the show. You never really know. Never know what's gonna go. It's not, to a set format where everything has to be exactly the same week after week.
Live.
Although a little consistency would be nice. There's some areas we could probably improve in. But you guys are great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. We love you guys.
Ken Allen. Yes. Love you, bud.
Love you, buddy.
Hope you're doing good. We got to get your frequent flyer of Bigfoot and the Bunny.
Yeah.
We got to get you back on here at some point. My friend, anytime. Door is always open. And I don't know. Do we have anything else?
Yeah, we're going on a podcast next week that my squirrels are all on
fire
we can't
in my head. About it, though.
I can't talk about it.
Too much stuff because I don't know what their rules are.
God, I'm just a mess over this. I hate when he ropes me into this shit.
Yeah, next Thursday, again, we will not be doing a Dark Horse show. We're going to be doing a
another
pre-record
podcast.
for the larger podcast
A very large podcast.
interview, and yeah, that's going to be cool.
Oh,
So yeah, we'll tell you more about that in the time
Here's
when that's happening.
Yeah.
Greg says, "Great show."
Thanks,
Thank you,
Greg.
brother.
Well, you'll have to have them on.
Maybe we'll have to do a post show. I don't know. I feel like doing
Oh, I
something
can.
tonight. Maybe we should do some ITC later or something. Maybe.
What do you guys think?
Right?
Should Chris and I do some ITC later? Maybe
You guys
rope
interested
in
in
some
hearing more?
friends here who's interested in coming on?
Not George. This is goodbye.
Bye, George.
Just
Thank
bye
you.
for now. You know?
Yeah, bye for now. I like that. I used to say that a lot.
We'll
Yeah.
see you soon.
But we may do an
All right.
ITC.
Well,
Anybody up for that?
And she says yes. He's up.
Yes. Oh,
All right. Well, stick around. We got to make a new link and stuff. And I don't know what Greg's up
I have
to.
to go
but
check my child.
we're doing some things here in the background as well.
David.
David says, "Hey, B&B, Brandon Coop, David Taylor of our Haunted Lives."
We
Actually,
need to talk to
you are a
you.
person we wanted to reach out to because we didn't get to talk too much at that Paracon, but
We've been talking about you a lot.
Have
Yeah.
you guys come on?
Yes, please.
Come on our show. I'd love to be on
All of
yours.
you. Yep.
And we weren't able to put it together at the time. George's ITC,
Yes.
and yeah, we would
Got
we
this
would like
new
that.
box that Chris put together by himself, which is so cool. Guitar
Yeah,
pedals
the-
and
our little wonder box.
yeah.
It's pretty cool. And it's a little different. There's a couple twists in it that make it different than Steve House. But yeah. Anyways, you guys have a good evening. If you don't join us, otherwise look for our links. You can find us on youtube.com/@darkhorse paranormal, facebook.com, Bigfoot and the Bunny, all that good stuff,
And the bunny.
and the Bunny.
Ready, Freddy? Oh,
For now.
Gregson.
All right. Anyways, till then, stay safe and thank you guys.
Thanks,
Thank you again.
Love you.
Love you. You're the best. Fucking.